ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ सप्तमोऽध्यायः ज्ञानविज्ञानयोगः। Then shloka number 9 is where we will start from today. पुण्यो गन्तः पृथिव्यां च तेजश्चास्मि विभावसो जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु tapaschaasmi tapasvisho. So again he talks about vibhutis. A few more shlokas he will talk about vibhutis, where he says punyo gandhav prithvivyamcha. Punyaha means the sweet or the natural fragrance. Gandhaha, the fragrance that you get in the earth. The essence of it is me. And tejaha cha asmi vibhavaso. So I am the brilliance in the fire. In the brightness that you see in the fire, that brilliance, that I am. Tejaha is brilliance. Cha asmi vibhavaso is the fire. Jivanam sarva bhuteshu. Jivanam means the life force, or it is also translated as food. Sarva bhuteshu. So I become the life force. I come as essence. How we sustain is through food, or the life force, prana also we can say. That essence is me, of what exists in the human beings. Tapaschasmi tapasvishu. So tapaha is the penance. Whenever you see somebody who is able to control themselves, penance is a form of self-control, right? That essence of that person, the person who can do that tapas, is me. So the general translation is, I am the pure fragrance of the earth, the brilliance of the fire. I am the life force in all the living beings and the penance of the ascetics. The shloka number 10. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi tejas tejasvi namaham. So he goes on to talk about the vibhutis. Bijam mam sarva bhutana. I am the seed of all the living beings. Of all the beings, I am the substance, I am the foundation. Vidhi partha sanatana. But I know that I am eternal. I am actually the para, having the para prakriti also. Don't forget the para prakriti of mine. I am eternal. And buddhihi buddhimatam asmi. So of the intelligent people, what is the quality that defines the intelligent people? Their intelligence. When you see intelligence, that is coming from me. So if anybody is intelligent, it is coming from Ishvara. Buddhihi buddhimatam asmi tejaha tejasvi namaham. So I am the splendor. Tejaha translated as manobala, of the tejasvi, of the people who are splendid, of the glorious people. So he is the substance behind all these people, he is saying. So the general translation is, O Arjuna, know that I am the eternal seed of all beings. I am the intellect of the intelligent and the splendor of the glorious. Shloka 11. Balam balavatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshabha. So here he goes to talk about further of his vibhutis. So balam balavatam chaham. So balam means the strength, we know. Balavatam, of the strong people, chaham. So I am the strength of the, basically the physical strength of the strong people. And so now the doubt will come, okay, what about the gundas and the dons? Those kind of people also, Ishvara. So he is saying, kamaraga vivarjitam. But that strength should be devoid of the desire and the passion. That kind of strength. That strength I am. And dharma viruddho bhuteshu. He says that everything is basically desire, right? Even the great sages, they will write great compositions, they will write great devotional works. All that also has been born from desire only. Like, I want to tell the people the glory of God. Even that is kind of desire only. Whatever desire is there, which doesn't conflict with the morals, and which doesn't conflict and does not become adharma, then dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. That desire I am. That kind of desire is fine, he's saying. So the general translation is, O the best of Bharatas, in strong people I am their strength, devoid of desire and passion. I am the desire, not conflicting with the virtue or scriptural injunctions. So one more shloka of Vibhuti is that, then he will go on to talk about the other things. Shloka number 12. Ye chaiva satvika bhavaha rajasastamasascha ye matta ye vetitan vidhi natvaham teshu te mayi. Here in the first line, ye chaiva satvika bhavaha, we will add that visarga, we will make it bhavaha, have been given as bhava. Ye, whatever, cha eva, certainly, satvika bhavaha, so the sattva guna or the mode of the goodness, and rajasaha, the mode of passion, and tamasaha, the mode of ignorance. So these are the three gunas which exist in the prakriti or in the apara prakriti. So these are all come from me, but chaye matta eva iti tan vidhi. But from me certainly all this have come. Know that tu aham teshu te mai, but they are in me, but I am not in them. So this is one kind of a thing which will be repeated in the 9th chapter also, that we will see in detail. If the clay says that I pervade all the pots, but I am beyond all the pots. The pots are broken also, the clay is going to be there. So such is the statement that he is making, that I pervade everything. All these nature, yes, it is coming from me definitely, but I am beyond. I am gunatita. I am not in this league at all. I am beyond all this. That's what he is telling. In the 9th chapter also, we will see an extension of this. So we will keep it for later. So now the question will come. If all this has come from God only, the tamas also has come from God, the rajas also has come from God, then why I have to evolve myself from tamas, rajas, I have to go to sattva, why this battle? What the explanation is, God will provide the foundational materials. There is a strip of land and it is like divided into 8. And you give to 8 people. Say, okay, this is the land. I'm giving you some construction materials and you build your house. So each one will build the house according to his, whatever he knows or whatever he is willing to do. Some will build a great 3-story building. Some will build a 1-story building without any ventilation, maybe not proper planning. This basic materials only provided by God. So this is called the Samanya Karanam, that I will provide you the basic building blocks, but what building you will make is your own effort. So that is where our effort also will go with what God has provided us. So we also have to make the effort in using all these materials properly. So that was the shloka. The mind has also 3 gunas. So we were saying that there are 3 gunas. Everything in this world will be made up of these 3 gunas. So if you take an example, computer. Oh, there is a good computer, there is a bad computer. Like that, you will see that there are categories for everything, even objects, people, mind. Mind also will have the sattva, rajas, and tamas. So usually the jnanis will have the sattva mind. And the gandharvas will have a rajasic mind. And rakshasas will have a tamasic mind. So when the scriptures are referring to rakshasas, it is not like somebody with horns and like a bad looking person. It is basically the type of mind that they are talking about. If you are a beautiful person on the outside but having that horrible mind, then you are a rakshasa. So the general translation is, the 3 states of material existence, goodness, passion, and ignorance, are manifested by my energy. They are in me, but I am beyond them. Now he is going to go to a deeper subject, the shloka 13. Tribhir gunamayir bhavaihi yebhis sarvamidam jagat mohitam nabhijanati mamebhyah paramavyayam. So first line we will split as tribhir gunamayir bhavaihi and then yebhis sarvam idam jagat. He gives the reason why the sorrow has come. What is the reason for the sorrow in this world? Tribihi gunamayihi bhavaihi. Tribihi. Three gunamayi. The gunas. Bhavaihi. So this whole world, this apara prakriti is always made up of these three gunas. Yebihi. All these. Sarvam idam jagat. So the whole universe. Sarvam idam jagat. The whole universe is consisting of these three gunas. Mohitam na abhijanati. So because of this delusion, mohitam na abhijanati mam yebhyah param avyayam. So because of the moha or the delusion, understanding the right to be the wrong and the wrong to be the right, abhijanati, these people, what happened is they don't know me as the supreme and the imperishable. He gives a reason for sorrow, why it has come. He told that the prakriti was made into like the para prakriti and the apara prakriti. If all is God, then why is there sorrow? So that is a question, right? Everybody will ask this question. Why is there sorrow? If you say everything is God, it is pervaded by God. He is saying that the people do not understand the two prakritis. Too much involvement in the apara prakriti and the imperceptibility of the para prakriti. Basically, I am only seeing this apara prakriti and I become too involved in this apara prakriti or this universe of the world. But I have forgotten totally about the para prakriti and my understanding also is wrong. What I see, I feel is the truth. And what I didn't see, I felt is the untruth. So I just didn't bother about it. Actually, it is the reverse. The truth is only the para prakriti and the untruth is the apara prakriti. But I got mixed up and this is called the delusion. So I understood something incorrectly. And that is only the reason for sorrow in this world. God did not give any sorrow. If your understanding changes, why some people are very wise, it is not because of circumstances, it is because of the understanding of the circumstances that they become wise. So if your understanding level improves, then your sorrow level in the mind will go down. Because of Maya, there are two gunas, and this Maya is wheeling the people to believe that this is the truth. And this is the reason for this. And then next shloka, he will give more explanation and tell how to come out of this. So the general translation is, deluded by the three modes of Maya, the people in this world are unable to know me, the imperishable and eternal. 14th shloka, important shloka. Daivi hyesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. So he talks about Maya. So what is Maya and how to cross over this Maya? That solution he gives in the shloka. So he says here that the Maya of mine is very difficult to cross. We will see the Lakshanam of Maya. First we will go through the meanings and then we will go through some explanation. Daivi hi yesha gunamayi. Divine, certainly this gunamayi, consisting of the three modes of nature. So this is divine only. Mama Maya. Maya is what will wheel the true nature. He calls it Mama Maya. That is the power of the Ishvara. Duratyaya is, he says, it's very difficult to overcome. Mam eva ye prapadyante. But unto me, eva, certainly, the person, prapadyante, the person who surrenders to me, maya metam tarantite. So this person, taranti means cross. They will be able to cross the Maya. Like that, he has given the solution. So we will look at some explanations. The definition of Maya is Ya Ma Sa. It is split as like that. Ya means what? Ma means is not there. Sa means that. So What is not there, that is the definition of Maya. It's really not there, but we are thinking it is there. So ya ma sa, ya means what, ma means it's not there, and sa means that. He gives some definitions for Maya. So first is this definition, ya ma sa, the definition of Maya. And then he says that Devi means it's divine only. This Maya is actually power of Ishvara. It is from Ishvara. Gunamayi. So it is made up of the three gunas, which means knowing, acting, and not acting. Maya is the power of Ishvara, we said. For a politician, if you have police around him, it is power. It is glory for him. But the policeman, for a robber, he'll be scared if he sees a police. Like that, we are under the Maya. We are suffering because of the Maya, but for Ishvara, it is the power. So Maya will have two powers. One is called the Vikshepa, which is a projection power. So Maya itself, one part of it is Vikshepa, projection, which is the power of Ishvara. He projects as if it exists. So that is the projection power, and it's called the Vikshepa. And the other is the Avarna, which is called concealing. And that is what the jivas experience, which is avidya or ignorance. So because of these two factors of Maya, one will project the appearance. For the jiva, it will conceal the para prakriti. The truth is hidden. So because of these two things, the combination of these two factors, it is very difficult to overcome this Maya. He talks about one very important thing here, which is called Sharanagati or surrender. So Sharanagati has several meanings. Few meanings we will see. Sharanagati means like handing over. Surrender means handing over. It can mean seeking help. It can mean protection. So many meanings are there for Sharanagati. Sharanagati is most often not understood than understood. There are a lot of misconceptions about this word Sharanagati. Some people think that Sharanagati means no effort. Okay, if I surrender, I don't have to do anything. Sharanagati also has some stages that we will see how each person will define the Sharanagati. It is not that if I do Sharanagati, I don't have to do anything. For example, say I surrender to God. Oh, today I wanted to get up early, but it's God's will. I did not get up early. I wanted to fast today, but I did not fast. Oh, this is also God's will. Not like that. The apara prakriti, or where these worldly things act on you, their will has to be exerted. And then only Sharanagati is only for certain things. At this stage, we will see different stages in which people will do Sharanagati. But first elementary is that Sharanagati doesn't mean not acting. Sharanagati is not like a lazy man's way out of the situation. So that is not what it means. And Sharanagati is not an act, but it is an attitude. Like how we said Karma Yoga is attitude, like that Sharanagati is an attitude. It's not like a specific act. I will surrender 7 o'clock. Like that it is not. It is an attitude that has been practiced throughout. So these are some misconceptions about Sharanagati. But we will see how we can use the Sharanagati. There are various stages for Sharanagati, we said. Initially, when you start with Sharanagati, these are some of the things that we can follow. Basically, Sharanagati is to loosen up your individuality, to loosen your ego. That is why you need Sharanagati in your life. First, what you will do, when you were born, Sharanagati also means you are depending on someone for your existence, or you are depending on someone for your happiness. First, you are dependent on your mother. You totally surrender to her, right? Whatever food she will give the best. Oh, she knows best about me, like that. Then later it will go to other worldly objects. I depend on these objects, like that it will come. And then later it will come, okay, then now friends, and then now my job, and then my family. Like that, each time some dependence will always be there on somebody. Oh, I depend on this person for my happiness. My family has to keep me happy. Like that, always we are surrendering to some person or the other without us noticing. So what they said, instead of all these impermanent things, first you thought your mother is your surrender, then you thought that your friends are your surrender, then you thought your job is like that. So many things are happening in your life, but put it on one fixed thing, which is God, and leave this apara prakriti behind, leave all these impermanent things behind, and put your focus or put all your trust on this one person, God. So this is a method to get away from the dependence of this world, also to remove yourself from the individuality of me, mine, to get away from the selfishness. Because why you are depending on these worldly things is for your selfishness. I want to be happy. So from there, you have to remove yourself and surrender to a more permanent thing, which is God. So first it started with world dependence. Like for example, Muhammad Ali. He was so great, he thought he will always be great. But later he got Parkinson's disease, his ability, strength, nothing was there for him. So it was impermanent. Then you depend on God. The higher stage of Sharanagati will be that there is nothing other than the self. So many of our gurus and the great saints have taught Sharanagati. This is one thing that they will teach for the general public, how to do Sharanagati. For example, there are so many stories. Tulsi Das, for example, you all will know the story, I think. It is a very famous story. Some people come and give him some gifts. He keeps it in the house. Then the robbers come to know about this. And then the robbers say, oh, this person has got gifts. So they come in the night. And when they come in the night, there are two boys, bow and arrow. We know who they are, Rama and Lakshmana. They are guarding that place. And then the robbers go away. Again, they come after some time and then they see Rama and Lakshmana. They don't know it's Rama and Lakshmana. They see it's two boys and they run away. So like this, the whole night they attempt. And the next day, because of the grace of seeing God, they become transformed and they come to Tulsidas and say, see, I don't know who you kept as bodyguards. They are really terrible. And when we see them only, we are very scared and we ran away and we got transformed also. So then Tulsidas, he knows that, oh, this is actually Rama and Lakshmana has come. And he says, I troubled the God so much that he had to come because of these stupid things. I will give them away immediately. So his dependence is not on these things that we have. That is the way that they will surrender. So many stories we have seen like this. Swami Chinmaya's guru, Tapovan Maharaj. So how the monks, they take the vow. That is the highest level of surrender, where they cannot accumulate anything for more than one day. Like they will have food, they cannot keep for more than one. They cannot even accumulate the grains, no money, nothing. Like that is their vow. That everything I will surrender. Even my life, I don't need my life. If God thinks he has to keep my life, he will keep it some. So Tapovan Maharaj, he was very strict with his vows. He is in Himalayas and he goes there and there is a big storm and there is nothing to eat. He just collapses. He says, God will take care. If he doesn't, it's fine. My life is gone. Then some robbers see him and they think that there is something. They see like a yellow parcel kind of a thing. So they think, oh, there's somebody has kept some nice things like that. They come and see, and it is Tapovan Maharaj has fallen down. And they wake him up and they feed him. So that's how he gets saved. And he says, this is a grace of God. He has saved me. Like that, similarly, Mata Amritamai, Mata Amritanandamai belongs to a fisherman clan. So she used to sing and dance praises of God, and people thought she's really mad. And they threw her out of the house, young girl. Then she says, okay, if God wants to keep me alive, he will keep me alive. Like that she says. And literally, a eagle will come and feed her fish every day. A cow comes every day, same time, to give her milk. And a dog will come every day and give something for her to sleep on, like a small padding like that. Many stories are there where they don't care even for the preservation of the life. Similarly, Swami Vivekananda, he goes to Calcutta and some people say, oh, you won't get any food there. The monk, it is very difficult in cities to get a food. And he says, okay, if I am destined to get food, I will get food. Then he goes and somebody is waiting there ready to take him, a businessman. Previous day in the dream, he got a dream saying, Vivekananda is a saint coming, you go and feed that saint. Like that, the dream came and he came to the station and picked up Vivekananda. So these are stories where people ultimately surrendered to God. Similar stories also there about Vivekananda. Vivekananda, father dies, he's in utter poverty before he took sannyasa. So he goes to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and he says, my family is in utter poverty. Every day they don't even have food to eat. So can you do something about it? So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, I don't pray for all these things. Swami Vivekananda says, no, you get visions of, you talk to mother and all, you talk to Mother Kali, you are a big devotee, you have to ask. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, no, I never ask for any of these worldly things. I cannot ask. You go and pray and ask. So Vivekananda goes and prays and he gets the vision of Kali. So he comes very happy and everything. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa asks, did you ask mother for, providing your family with things? He says, no, after seeing mother, I asked her for love, devotion and vairagya. Couldn't ask her for all these things. Then Ramakrishna Paramahamsa also silently smiles because this is a kind of disciple he wants. Then he says, no, go another time and ask. Your family needs it, so you have to ask. So he goes again, Vivekananda, he prays again to mother, again the vision comes. And again he is not able to ask. Then he goes back and says, no, I'm not able to ask. Third time also Vivekananda goes and he is not able to ask. Krishna Paramahamsa says, okay, in that case, what I will say is that your people will get through in life. Not they will have like a bungalow and they'll have a big balance. They will have things to eat and they will be okay. Like that, I will bless. So these are cases where even for eating, they don't have anything, but still they trust on God. And even with a big bank balance, with a big house, with 2 houses, with all these things, we are not able to trust. So that level of Sharanagati is also there. But at least simple levels of Sharanagati can be followed and some strategies are given for that. So here, what they say is Sharanagati, number 1 is knowing that I'm not intelligent enough in the situation. Like Arjuna. Arjuna said in Karpanya Dosho Pahata Swabhavaha, 2nd chapter, what did he say? Krishna, I am not able to fix the situation. I need a higher intelligence. Other than myself, I need God's help. So one type of Sharanagati is to ask for God's help, knowing that your intelligence is limited. So now the question comes, how do I get God's help? I don't get visions of God. So the answer given is, you read the scriptures. The guidance is there in the scriptures. That is why it is encouraged that you read the scriptures. The guidance will come from the scriptures. If you believe in it, it will come. So that is one way to say that my intelligence is not good enough. Then the second way of Sharanagati, whenever there are things happening in your life, like today I wanted to eat something, suppose, even small things. You wanted to eat something and you didn't get it. So Sharanagati means thinking that God knows better than me. Today, maybe I didn't eat it because maybe I would have got food poisoning. I don't know. I think I am very clever and intelligent and I wanted to eat it. Similarly, thinking that anything that is happening in life, God knows better than me, whether I need this or I don't need this. Then the third is the disasters. When disasters come, people generally say that I don't believe in God anymore because you know what? Why does it happen to good people? Or I had done so much good in my life and this came to me. So actually, it is the opposite. Rabindranath Tagore said, give me the strength to surrender all the strengths to you. First, with your free will only, you have to surrender. So there only your effort will also come. In daily acts, you surrender and think that there is a higher power which is acting. I don't need to figure out my life, nor can I figure out my life. Tomorrow, what will happen to me when I walk? I may fall down. I think I have figured out everything, but I have not figured out anything. God, you guide me. Like that, we can do surrender in our daily life. That is what has been told by the gurus, and they were embodiments. They were like, okay, God, if you wish that I live, I will live. If you wish I will not live, I will not live. Like that, in the highest state, they were practicing the Sharanagati. But for us, first, initially, we need free will. When external circumstances pull us, at that time, we need to pull ourselves with our free will and then do Sharanagati. For us, it will be like a two-step process, and then the Sharanagati will become automatic. Like in second chapter, I think we said that whatever is the nature of the jnani will be the practice of the sadhaka. Like that, we have to practice. What our tendencies are going outwards, getting attracted to things. First, with our will only we have to pull. We cannot blame God and say, I surrender to you. Today you asked me to buy that, so I put the blame on you. Not like that. First, we have to act with the willpower, and then we have to practice surrender, and it should become a part of our lives. And even later, for the protection of anything, things, protection of our children, to your own life, like that, the stages will be developed. So that is Sharanagati. The general translation is, my divine energy Maya, consisting of the three modes of nature, is very difficult to overcome. But those who surrender onto me cross over it very easily. Just like how Karma Yoga we said, surrender is also very important in the spiritual path.